The battle for the belt is back. The Defense Soap Super 32 finals are here. And now in Greensboro, North Carolina, 14 champions will emerge and cement themselves with some of the best names in wrestling history. We've seen upsets, we've seen new faces and reigning champions, but it all leads to this. Thank you so much for being with us. I'm David Bray. Let me welcome in my broadcast partner here on FloWrestling, JD Rader.
Hey Bray, it's been an amazing day and a half of wrestling, but this is why we come. This is why you're tuning in the best 14 matches. The finals are finally here.
Yeah, it has been, I mean, action from start to finish. It's crazy to start in the round of 256 just yesterday, like less than 48 hours ago, and now here we are in the finals, and we have some incredible matchups. We got the first half of the card up here on the screen, and a couple of rematches from who's number one. Well, we got three of them, 126, 132, but 144 pounds, Bo Bassett, Daniel Zepeda. This is the trilogy. This is the match that people have been wanting to see. Zepeda won last year, who's number one. Bassett won this year, who's number one. And now they're gonna wrestle with the Super 32 belt on the line. I cannot wait for that match at 144 pounds.
That's the marquee match, but can't forget about the back half. A couple really great matches. I'm looking forward to all of them, but I'm circling 165. Dom Bambinelli versus Asher Cunningham. Both these guys are kind of unique styles. I'm excited to see that clash of styles and how that one plays out.
Yeah, absolutely. Man, the scrambling ability of Cunningham and Bambinelli's got some serious power. That one is going to be a whole lot of fun, but we got to get going with 106 first. I'm excited for this one too. This is going to be a great matchup here. When you see these guys, you can see them on your screen right now, and Caleb Noble, significant height advantage. This guy, one of the bigger 106-pounders that's walking around on the planet right now.
Yeah, no kidding. I wouldn't be surprised if by the time his regular season over, he is not competing at 106 pounds.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. He actually was at 113 in Fargo back in July, but has made the drop to 106, and it's paying off for him here in the Super 32 finals, and I'm really excited for this matchup, and see him pacing back and forth. The atmosphere in Greensboro, North Carolina this is one of the best high school wrestling atmospheres you can find.
Doubt.
Yeah, just man, the crowd that is gathered around here. You know, it's funny, you hear on the PA different things, they emphasize this or that, whatever. In Greensboro, one of the biggest things that they have to tell these people is quit being such big wrestling fans and being so close to the mat. Get back.
Yeah, no kidding. Take it back to this matchup here. Don't forget Super 32, night before weigh-ins, and only one weigh-in for the entire two-day tournament. So you'll oftentimes see guys like Noble who will drop down a weight because they can cut that weight safely and then put enough fuel back in them overnight to get back and get ready to go and compete at a high level, which Noble has been doing.
I mean, yeah, he really has. Noble was the 4 seed coming into this. He beat Keegan Bassett in his quarterfinal, and you know, Keegan Bassett's a guy that was a Fargo champ at, like, what is the weight, 94 pounds in Fargo, something like that. And then he beat Hayden Schwab, who was, I think, a Fargo champ at 100, which is another smaller weight. And so that's kind of what got him here. Not just the size. Obviously, Caleb Noble is super accomplished. He's been placing and doing well at these high-level tournaments forever. So here he is, and we haven't even mentioned his opponent, Sean Kenny, who has had just an unbelievable run here in this tournament.
Here we go. It's time.
Oh yeah, can't wait. They're doing a little PA announcement, and then we'll get going. All right, here we go. The crowd is ready. JD, so am I.
We are going in weight order, so we'll end with heavyweight.
106 pounds underway in the red, the Super 32 finalist singlet. It's Caleb Noble from Illinois. And in the blue Christian Brothers singlet, the green ankle band, that's Sean Kenny. He's from New Jersey. And what a finals matchup we have to start this thing off. Caleb Noble from Illinois. He was at 113 pounds, finished 7th in Fargo this year, but he's back down at 106 for Super 32. Sean Kenny, ooh, nice little duck attempt. Sean Kenny goes to Christian Brothers in New Jersey. He was a runner-up at the U.S. Open this year at 45 kilos, which is about 100 pounds, but now up. There is no 100 pounds at Super 32. Little feeling out period here early in the match. Not too much action here in the first minute.
Neither guy really committed to an attack yet.
Yeah, Kenny has been relatively calculated throughout his Super 32 performance. He's won a lot of matches that have been super tight. Round of 16, 2-1. He got it done 2-1 again in the quarters. And then in the semis, it was a fall, but a really, really close match before that.
There's that single leg Noble likes to shoot. That is probably his most used attack, the single leg.
No duck attempt there for Kenny, and Noble catches the leg, but Kenny with the whizzer as Noble's trying to come across this seatbelt. You can tell Noble wants to sneak that leg in. He gets the leg in, and that looks like a takedown to me.
10 seconds, nothing awarded yet. Kenny's still holding on with that whizzer.
I mean, it looks like control. I mean, the leg is all the way in, and there's the 3 with 3 seconds to go. Yeah, I don't think you're going to see any argument from Sean Kenny's corner there.
No, right call.
So 3-0 and scoring at the end of a period, man, what a clutch takedown, because no opportunity for Kenny to work to get off the bottom, but we're going to see how he does in the bottom position now, because Kenny choosing down for the second. Clean start. Kenny up to his feet, and he's gonna turn and face. It's 3-1 now. Takedown for Noble in the first, and now this escape for Kenny in the second.
Quick escape, good job there by Kenny, sealing off on that left side, keeping the elbow tight, not allowing an arm or a leg to come in from Noble. Easy escape.
Ooh, nice little slide by. And no takedown yet. And still nothing. Back hook the leg here for Kenny. Noble with a half. Interesting position, and good job by Kenny to just keep wrestling, knowing that this is an official who doesn't give the takedown super quickly. Kenny now putting himself in position. If he can pop this head out, get around the waist, he's gonna have a takedown, but Noble maybe working for a stalemate. Ooh, Noble now back in better position himself.
Noble's got to come behind here. He's got the side headlock, but he's going to have to cover. Instead, he's going out of bounds. So no takedown.
No points there. If you're scoring a match like, you know, an MMA round, that's one. That's a little bit of a win there for Sean Kenny, to avoid giving up points and then to, you know, run him off the mat at the end.
Yeah, Noble came close to the takedown there, but close doesn't get you 3 points.
Absolutely. Sean Kenny was really good at that type of positional awareness in his semifinal as well. Ooh, nice shot there. In deep is Kenny. Head inside single, and Noble feeding him hips. He's got a sprawl going, and now Kenny locks in a single. We'll see if he tries to finish the other direction. Kenny elevates, trying to come around that right side. Noble continues to stuff the head. 16 seconds left.
And Noble's got to cover with that right hip. Just as I say, like, Kenny almost popped his head out across the front. Now going into the seatbelt position, and we're going to let the time wind down. No, Noble fighting for the takedown, but time will run out. Score's going to remain 3-1.
Not a lot of points that period, but plenty of action. Love to see it. And Noble's going to go neutral in the third. Interesting move.
And, you know, you get your escape. You're up 4-1. Now a takedown puts Kenny in the lead.
Noble maybe not as much confidence in the bottom position, and might as well go where you're confident. So here he is on his feet. He's been really close to scoring multiple times and did earn the one takedown. Really, though, it's Kenny who's got to get to his offense. He's got to figure out a way to get on top of Caleb Noble. Good fake there from Kenny. Getting a little reaction from Noble. If you're Kenny's corner, you probably want to see him put a few of those together.
It's getting Noble to bite on those fakes, but like you said, a 1, 2, 3, that's how you're really going to open Noble up.
Noble just staying in good position. Time ticking down, 50 seconds now. Kenny looks for a shot. Nice re-attack for Noble. And look at this. Oh man, great position. Noble trying to grab that lat, and he's got Kenny nearly in trouble. Kenny though still wrestling. Now 3 offer for the takedown, and I wonder, will they challenge? But right now, doesn't look like it. Now Noble putting Kenny on his back. If he can settle in, this could be a fall.
Yeah, that assassin is deep.
Kenny turns in, that could be the end. Oh man, that is tight. That looks like a fall, and there it is. 16 seconds to go. Caleb Noble gets the fall, holds up the number 1 sign, and whoa, look at that.
I like that celebration.
What do you call that, JD?
What was that, like kind of like a sideways back full?
Some kind, yeah, I mean, I think so. It's like a backside Bananarama 540, I think. There he is. Caleb Noble gets it done. I like that. I want to see that celebration again. That was incredible. The first belt of the bunch goes to Caleb Noble with a fall.
With a fall, an exclamation point on a really well-wrestled match. Hardly ever came out of position. Just from start to finish, good performance by Caleb Noble.
Yeah, awesome stuff there. Next match coming up is going to be at 113 pounds. And let's first take a look at this celebration. Caleb Noble. Oh, look at that. Man, I haven't seen that one.
It's nice.
Good stuff. We got a quick break, guys. When we come back, it's going to be 113-pound action from Greensboro. All right, 1 match down and a whole bunch more to go. Check this out, JD. Look at the colleges leading the recruiting battle here. Virginia Tech's got 7 commits in the mix. Cornell with 7. Oregon State's got 5. NC State 5. Penn State 4. Oklahoma State 4. This is a hot recruiting ground, and those are the schools leading the way.
Yeah, Oregon State kind of sticking out to me because that's a West Coast team. We're over here on the East Coast. You saw Cornell, Virginia Tech, but Oklahoma State and really Oregon State still having a handful of guys here each.
Yeah, good to see that, and all those staffs doing a really great job. A couple guys coming to the mat now that are not recruitable yet, but will be hot prospects when the time comes. And here we go, 113 pounds underway. In the red, Fred Bachman. He's from Faith Christian in Pennsylvania. He's taking on Jonathan McGinty from New Jersey. McGinty ranked 5th in the country. Bachman not yet ranked because he's just starting his freshman year. And sometimes you see rising freshmen get ranked when they compete through Fargo or the USA Wrestling System, but Bachman doesn't. He competes for Puerto Rico. He's in on a single leg and trying to convert on the edge. McGinty, wizard defense. Got that shin in there. And Bachman gonna try to drag him back inbounds. McGinty collects that leg, and we're scrambling on the edge. McGinty passes, they're out of bounds. McGinty has that St. Joe's regional singlet on. We've seen a lot of really good wrestlers come through that program. Mentioned Bachman wrestled for Puerto Rico. He was a U17 world silver medalist this summer. Only lost to Dom Munaredo in the finals. By the way, this bracket did contain the #1 ranked 113-pounder in the country, Ignacio Villaseñor. McGinty took him out in the semis in a 1-point match.
Yes, he did. A stall call, the difference maker in that match. And what a slide by, perfectly timed there by Bachman. Nothing yet, though. The Granby from McGinty. No takedown.
In the old no reaction time, you know, that may have been a takedown, but look, that's not the rule. Hand touch, but just for a second, McGinty, really quick reaction, and incredible attack, and then great defense there. And there's going to be a stall call on McGinty, first one of the match. That running the guy off the mat on the edge, that's something that Bachman, I've seen him do quite a lot. He's really good at it.
And that stall call, similar situation, was actually what gave McGinty the winning point he needed. They called straight arm push on Villasenor, which gave, that was his second stall call.
Looking like a scoreless first period. Oh my goodness, got around behind, and just for funsies, a little back arch. Coin flip goes to Bachman. He's going down.
And I don't want to say you wasted that slide by, but now McGinty's felt that for the second time. And really, you hitting that right as the buzzer ends, not completing it the first time. It's tough.
Bachman quad pod up to his feet. We'll see. Yeah, McGinty didn't really commit to the ride. So it's 1-0, Bachman in the lead. Bachman, a freshman for Faith Christian in Pennsylvania. They are a powerhouse program in the AA division, PIAAs, and their lineup's going to be interesting. Obviously, you got Fred Bachman, you got his brother Joe, who competed at 120, but also Gage Patero, one of the top guys in the country, competed at the same weight at 120. So what are they going to do with all that talent? It'll be fun to find out.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Ooh, McGinty. Little arm throw attempt there, and Bachman reacted well. They're on the edge. 105 left. McGinty wanted to restart, so he just kind of worked his way out of bounds, and will get set.
Control center.
And also about your bio sheet. We need that bio sheet turned in.
Yes. Now we're moving. Clear.
Hard hand fight. Under a minute to go, second period.
Keep moving.
We've seen Bachman initiating the lion's share of the attacks here in this match so far.
I need purpose to that motion.
Shot McGinty.
Really, the slide bys is what he's had the most success with so far, not his leg attacks. We'll see if he tries to go back to it.
Dictate.
Yeah, and the real difference maker right now is that stall call.
Careful resting your
Bachman's
hands.
pace is slowed though, and so it's unlikely that he's going to earn another one with this type of strategy. And there's that slide by again. McGinty clears out, faces, shot. Bachman head outside, looking for a double leg on the edge, and Bachman trying to slip out around behind. McGinty was holding that lat. They gave him the takedown, and Bachman claps. He's fired up. No challenge from McGinty's corner.
Yes,
and,
we do.
There
There's the monkey.
It was just a slightly delayed challenge.
The 2 went up after time was out. Now, was control established before the 2 went up, or excuse me, the 3 went up?
Yeah, they're going to take a look at this to confirm. And these.
McGinty doesn't even know. And his corner challenged.
Yeah, he's like, what's going on back here? McGinty's already set on bottom.
Yeah, and it was an interesting decision by McGinty to reach around for the lat, almost like a lat whip. That allowed Bachman to come underneath both arms and kind of secure the takedown. I think this one is probably going to stand without having a second look at it.
Let's take another look at this. Got Bachman in on the single, and then he gets head outside, switches off double leg finish. McGinty grabbing that lat, and Does he have enough of the lat to avoid giving up the takedown? I don't think so.
Now, we don't see where the clock is in that
yes,
replay.
The clock is what we need, and we don't see that. And I wonder if the official has a view of that clock on his screen. By the way, one of the things that Super 32 does that I think is pretty unique and pretty good is they have one official he's in charge of all reviews, independent review system.
You're looking at right now.
Yeah, you see him right there. He's not roughing the matches and reviewing his own calls. He's a lot less biased in that regard. And they give him a pretty official looking shirt. That head official, bowling style button up. I mean, yeah. This is not regular officials, black and white stripes. There you go, if you guys want to see that again from another angle. Bachman converts that double leg finish. McGinty reaching back, and they just confirmed that takedown, and so the challenge monkey is gonna have to wait till 120. Man, look at that crowd around the mat. What an environment.
Yeah, we've been going witches in the semis for the challenges, but monkeys here in the finals.
Okay. McGinty up to his feet. Bachman cuts across and commits to this ride. McGinty reaching in for the leg, and Bachman just keeping a toe in bounds. He wants to use as much of this clock as he can.
Look where you are!
Bachman has done a really good job throughout this tournament of putting pressure on guys on the edge of the mat, and they're going to whistle him off there. But in the semifinal, Bachman's opponent was tired of being on the edge of the mat and grabbed the mat to get the out of bounds call. But that's a technical violation, because if you're grabbing the mat, you can pull on it, all that. So he actually ended up surrendering a point to Bachman because of that. But it was all a result of Bachman's just persistence on the edge.
A reminder that it's college out of bounds rule, obviously, as we saw there, but no riding time. Still high school rules besides that, just the out of bounds.
Yep. Elbow back.
McGinty to his feet. Bachman now with the wrist, and he may try to return him into a tilt. Now collects that ankle. Stall warning on Bachman.
That was maybe a little quick. He was working to return, I thought, with that front trip, but got to return.
Yeah, and sometimes you'll see that call a little bit differently in the third period when there's a little more urgency. Minute 16 now left in the match. McGinty, not a point to his name yet. McGinty rolls, Bachman follows. Bachman keeping that foot in bounds. You can tell McGinty, he wants to be out of bounds so bad.
Incredible mat IQ from Bachman to keep that right toe in on the mat return.
Stalemate. They're going to come back with 47 seconds left.
Everything you got, bro.
Obviously, the more time McGinty spends in the bottom position, the less time he has to work for a takedown, which he needs just to tie this up.
We're up and out, into it.
Yeah, Bachman, such good forward pressure.
Up.
And then when McGinty does get to his feet, he's so tricky there too. There we go, there's finally the escape. McGinty is gonna drive Bachman off the mat. 25 to go. What's McGinty's go-to attack? We really haven't seen him on the offense much throughout this match.
Bachman does have a stall, but he is engaging.
15 to go. McGinty coming forward. Hand fight so far, looks for a shot. Bachman stuffs it. Stall warning against Bachman. It's not going to matter unless McGinty can get to some offense. And a little chest bump there at the end. The officials intervening, and Fred Bachman firing up the crowd. And
Bachman says I'm number 1.
yeah, well, there he is. Fred Bachman, Super 32 champ. He's won this thing a whole bunch of times at the younger age level. They just said on the PA 8 times throughout elementary and middle school, and now the high school belt, which is the one you want. All right, let's take another look at this. There's that takedown for Bachman. The mat returns. I mean, this guy is just persistent throughout, fired up. Fred Bachman, Super 32 champ. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, 120 pounders, Antonio Mills, Christian Castillo. All right, hey, if you guys are tuning in to Super 32, you love good wrestling events, and we got a whole bunch of them coming up for you guys. This month, we got the World Championships, Senior World Championships. Jordan Burroughs, David Taylor in the mix. Not going to want to miss it. In November, we've got the All-Star Classic. We've got, in December, the Cliff Keen Las Vegas Invitational and Ironman. You're going to be watching the top international, NCAA, and high school wrestlers compete on FloWrestling. You're going to want to keep it locked to Flow all wrestling season.
There's only one place where you can watch the best high school, college, and senior level wrestlers, and that's FloWrestling.
That's right. And speaking of the best high school wrestlers, we got 120 pounders coming up. Here we go, action underway at 120. In the blue with red trim, Super 32 finalist singlet, Antonio Mills. And he's taking on Christian Castillo in the USA in the blue, and there's a shot Mills. Castillo taking him off the mat with an underhook. Stall call against Mills.
Yes, those college out-of-bounds rules, some high schoolers might not be used to. They might be used to be able to have that out-of-bounds boundary and being able to back out of bounds. Not here.
Mills in on a single, working for a finish on the edge. Castillo trying to defend.
Castillo's going to have to attack that lock, try and stomp that leg back down, use that left hand whizzer, right hand to attack the wrist. And now Mills just has one leg, but he captures the far leg. Nothing yet, Castillo. There it is.
Yeah, I thought they might have awarded it just a half second early, but then Mills did get into takedown criteria.
Castillo on his hip, yep.
Yeah, Castillo and Mills broke up a potential teammate finals match. Antonio Mills beat Joe Bachman. We just saw his brother Fred compete, and Christian Castillo beat Gage Botero. So, and nice ride there for Mills. So both these guys pulling off, you know, slight upsets coming into these finals. Both these guys, though, top 10 wrestlers in their own right. So not too surprising to see them here in these finals.
And Mills working tough on top. Castillo was ridden out almost the entire third period in his semifinal, was finally able to escape with maybe 15, 20 seconds to go, and that's what won him the match. 1-0. Mills looking to come in the crotch, get big. Castillo turns, faces, and picks up the escape with 38 seconds to go in the first. Mills pressuring forward with that underhook on the right side. Castillo's gonna have to circle back in.
Christian Castillo, by the way, not his first appearance in the Super 32 finals. He won this tournament a couple years ago. He beat, I believe, Aaron Seidel in the finals, and they're going to go off the mat.
Aaron Seidel, name we will see here.
Actually, I think he beat Seth Mendoza. But we will see Aaron
also
Seidel.
a person, and we'll see Seth Mendoza.
Yeah, that's right.
Now Castillo trying to win a title for the great state of Iowa.
That's right. If you're used to seeing Christian Castillo with Arizona next to his name, not anymore. He was at Valiant Prep throughout his high school career, but now headed to Ames, Iowa, because he's going to Iowa State next year. And being cornered now by coaches from both Arizona and, well, Iowa by way of Oklahoma. Chris Perry in the corner for Castillo, and Castillo on bottom in the second period, working to escape. He's up to his feet, fighting hands. Mills trying to follow, and Castillo out. It's 3-2. Shot Mills on the edge. Castillo turns, faces, and Mills does a good job circling back in. There's a shot, and nice drag from Castillo. He's so good there. There's the takedown. And they're out of bounds. It's 5-3. Christian Castillo getting to one of his best point-producing moves, which is that defensive drag, and man, he got to that quick.
Yeah, and it's because he was able to get his head in between Mills and his legs, not just his hands, but his head as well. If you're a young wrestler watching that, don't be afraid to throw your head in the fight. Get a down block.
Castillo and Mills back to the hand fight. Minute 15 to go in the second.
Mills has continued to get to this right side underhook, but hasn't been really able to use it with much effect as of yet.
Castillo with that head position, making that underhook hard to manipulate.
Let's go, Tony.
Underhook to the shot now for Mills. Castillo locked through the crotch, and they're on the edge, so both guys going to want to be aware of where that out of bounds line is, and stalemate with 43 seconds to go.
Let's go, Tony.
Outside. Trainer at 13. Trainer at 13.
There you go. Keep that up. Keep that up.
Mills working from space, looking for an opening. He's doing that shoulder pop. I think the first time I saw somebody do that a lot, it was probably Jordan Oliver.
Yep, he's one I feel like that really made it popular.
There you go. Just light fakes. A bunch of light fakes. High fakes. Go, go. You got 20. You got 20. You got 15. Go.
15 to go now. Castillo fake level change, and
10 seconds.
with that potent re-attack that Castillo used, I wonder if that makes Mills just a little more hesitant to fire off his attacks.
And I mentioned how Castillo was almost ridden out the entire third period in his semifinal. He got an entire period right before that in the second period, so he's tough on top.
We'll see if he commits to this ride here. Antonio Mills up right away, and he gets his arm between the lock of Castillo. Castillo mat returns him, and Mills right away again to his feet. Castillo another mat return, and sometimes it's that second or that third return that can break a guy. And didn't break Mills. He got right back to his feet again. They're going to come back, get set. Only 13 seconds gone by here in the third. Mills to his feet. Castillo lifts. Hard return. To his feet again is Mills. And Mills gets to his feet, but he's a little too content to work towards the out of bounds line, in my opinion.
You're fine. You're doing fine. Let's go.
Hey, he needs to give himself some space.
Back to his feet again. Castillo returns, and this time Mills rolls. He's out. We got ourselves a tie match. It's 5-5, 90 seconds to go. Who's going to go get it? Castillo taking Mills towards the edge of the mat. There's an underhook throw by. Shot Mills. Castillo looking for that go behind, and out of bounds. Action is the call. No stalling. Shot Mills. That's That's a good, safe attack there for Mills.
Let's go. Keep moving forward.
Not likely to get run behind, but also not going to get real deep. And now he is deep. He's in on a single, trying to cut across double. Castillo with it. Whizzer. Mills trying to pull him back in. Castillo grabs that wrist.
Get off the mat.
Similar position to how Mills finished in the first. He's going to have to capture that far leg. Now he's pulling Castillo back in. This is smart. This is smart. And Castillo just stomps the leg back down.
Man, smart wrestling there for Castillo. He attacked those wrists of Mills, and I think that weakened that grip. And now Castillo pressuring on the edge, 17 seconds to go. Could this be our first overtime match of the night?
Looking that way.
2-on-1 for Castillo. 2-on-1 snap attempt there. 5 seconds to go. All right. Sudden victory. Any point wins it. You got to be aware of stalling as well. Castillo has been warned.
Let's go. Put that out there.
Shot, Mills. Castillo trying to pull him up into an underhook. Mills cuts back. Castillo with the whizzer, and he's going to roll through. Castillo passes that leg. They're out of bounds. Chip Ness is in the corner for Mills. He's going to challenge this. They're not going to give him the takedown.
No. Reaction time. That right there is the difference, one of the main differences between really good high school wrestlers and really elite high school wrestlers is having a guy 99% taken down and them still just finding an ankle, finding something to roll under or grab onto and not give up that takedown.
The way Castillo is pacing on this mat, you can tell he doesn't believe he's done wrestling. He's pretty sure that there was no takedown. And they're going to take a look. They're going to review it.
Top 25 this time? What do you think? You think we might know who he is now? It's 9 cuts still.
You kind of feel like momentum might start be trending a little bit towards Mills. He's come really close here in overtime and right before overtime, but like I said earlier, close doesn't get you 3 points. And it seemed like Castillo had a slight advantage when it came to the mat game.
Yeah, it did. You know, he was persistent in that ride for a long time, and Mills eventually got out. Mills, I mean, explosive in that bottom position eventually, and you know, so if it goes to ride outs, it does feel like Castillo will have the advantage. And here's another look. He cuts him back, but you see Castillo goes right to that whizzer, and then as they're going down to the mat, Castillo rolls, and you can see Chip Ness in the corner. He's fired up. Couple-time All-American there for North Carolina, and he threw in the challenge witch. They do have witches sometimes.
Okay, that one was a witch.
That was a witch, yeah.
It's spooky season here in North Carolina.
Mm-hmm. Yep. There's a live look at our official who's checking it out, making up his mind, trying to decide what to do here.
And I think, you know, if you're Mills, you want to get the takedown in this 41 seconds, assuming it comes back. No takedown, but you can't get over eager and forget about the down block reattack of Castillo.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, zooming out, there are some bigger picture implications for this match because both Castillo and Mills were a little bit, you know, further down the rankings from a couple of the other guys. And it's one thing to make a run to the finals, but you want to be the guy that gets it done and wins and gets your hand raised. And so, you know, a lot rides on this challenge, obviously, because match is over if they overturn the call. But bigger than that, I mean, if this match is not over, you're wrestling for your spot in the rankings. And here we sit. All right. So, call is confirmed. No takedown. And here we go, 41 seconds to go. Sudden victory. Any point wins it. Underhook for Castillo. He's marching forward. Mills, level change. Ooh. Well, slide by action, and Mills hits one of his own.
Neither of these wrestlers appear to be tired whatsoever.
No, they're plenty. They've had plenty of rest mid-match, and out of bounds.
the country. She was the under 17 Pan Am silver medalist.
Looking like rideouts, JD.
The under 15 Pan Am
Yep, so referee will flip his coin for first choice.
her opponent. From Mount Lebanon,
Mills is going to go underneath first.
this year's 15 and under Pan Am.
See Chris Perry telling him, return him hard, bounce him.
Yeah, you got to watch out for that standing Granby that Mills hit.
Yeah, there he is. Puts that hip right down to the mat, just like Coach Perry instructed. And Castillo trying to keep him in bounds. Mills trying to get out of bounds, and now they're off the mat. And, you know, earlier we talked about Mills maybe a little too quick to go towards the out of bounds, but in this sudden victory, or this ultimate rideout period, you know, you kind of want to have that out of bounds as an option for a restart. So Castillo returns. Mills trying to get back to his feet. He's back up. Castillo looking to return. 5 seconds left. And there's the return. Now Castillo with his opportunity on bottom. 5-5 if he can escape and avoid giving up a takedown. He's gonna win this. And Mills is just gonna cut him loose and give himself 30 seconds to work for the takedown.
Okay. Interesting choice. He did ride Castillo for a bit in the first.
He also may be thinking about, you know, earning a point via stall call. If he can shoot Castillo out, that might earn him that stalling. And Castillo just going to try to stay right here in this chest wrap, stay inbounds.
Yep, keep
Mills
those
is,
toes in.
it's interesting. Mills is trying as hard as he can to get out of bounds, which is fleeing, but
is
sort
fleeing.
of not the spirit of the rule. I don't know. Mills moving forward. Castillo's got to be aware of the stall call. And there it is. That's going to tie the match, I believe. Didn't he get hit?
I think that's just his first.
Was it Mills that got hit earlier? Okay, so
That'll do
there it
it.
is. Christian Castillo, 6'5". He's your winner. He's going to get his second Super 32 belt. This time it's at 120 pounds.
Two gritty performances there to end the tournament for Castillo, both in the semis and the finals.
Yeah, Christian Castillo and Iowa State getting a good one. Going to be looking forward to seeing this guy at 125 pounds. And he's your Super 32 champ. Good on him. And not a lot of people were picking him. Here's another look at some of the action from that match. And that's the end. And Castillo, this kid's got a pretty nice swagger to him. There he is with the belt.
Yeah, blowing a kiss to the crowd.
We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, it's a Who's Number One rematch at 126 between Anthony Knox and Aaron Seidel. We are back. 126-pound action. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. Man, this crowd never get tired of seeing these wrestling fans fired up for this action. Look at this, JD. You put this together. Super 32 champs by state. Pennsylvania. This is before today. Pennsylvania way out in the lead. Then you got a bunch of southern states. Virginia, North Carolina in the mix. California, Ohio, New Jersey, all in that top 6 for Super 32 champs.
Yeah, a lot of people were surprised to see North Carolina up there, but don't forget this tournament is North Carolina, and it started out as more of a local tournament, so picked up a lot of those champs and a lot of those Virginian champs too. Helped pave the way to have Super 32 become the national tournament it is today.
You saw both Pennsylvania and New Jersey on that list, and both states with an opportunity for another title here between Knox and Seidel. And Here we go, 126 pounds in the blue with the red ankle band. Actually, no ankle band, but he'll be right on your scoreboard. It's Anthony Knox, #1 in the country. He's taking on Aaron Seidel. He's in the black and gold Stellar Train singlet, the green ankle band. And this is a Who's Number One rematch from just 2 weeks ago. Knox trailed late, had to get a takedown with 12 seconds left in that one.
Yeah, and because of that, that's why it's one of my most anticipated matchups here in these finals. Did the wrestlers make any adjustments? Seidel, complete period right out on Knox, and Knox, some right hard clubs here to start this bout.
Yeah, absolutely. And Knox, you know, he talked about Seidel before Who's Number One. He said, I know he's going to look for his dump. I know he's going to go to his underhook. And look at this underhook. Knox trying to throw that to the leg, the single, and couldn't get to it. Snap there from Knox. Knox creating a little more motion than maybe he did in their Who's Number One match in this first minute of the bout. Anthony Knox, a 2-time Super 32 champ, a 3-time finalist, now a 4-time finalist, and trying to become a 3-time champ. Seidel was a Super 32 champ last year. These guys were a weight apart. Knox was at 120 and Seidel was at 113. Now it seems like Seidel might be a little bit bigger than Knox. Both these guys already committed. Anthony Knox headed to Cornell next year. Seidel will be at Virginia Tech. And before they finish high school, both with the opportunity to become 4-time state champs. Seidel in Pennsylvania and Knox wanting to become only the 5th 4-time state champ in New Jersey history.
Just talking about it with our colleague Connor Petros earlier today about what makes Knox so good and so special.
And there he is. He's in a high crotch on that left side. We're scrambling. Seidel trying to defend, and they're going to run out of time. And great attack there. And finish your thought, JD. What is it? What makes him so special?
It's just his wrestling technique and positioning. He's not the fastest. He's not the strongest. Obviously, when you're at this level, you are fast and strong. But when you think Knox, you don't think speed, quickness, strength, power. You think good, solid, fundamental wrestling.
Yeah, and he's good in so many different positions. Good in, you know, starts with the hand fight, but just positionally, he's good everywhere. And this is a little bit different. It was Knox on bottom in their Who's Number One match first, and now it's Seidel. Let's see if Knox commits to this right. He is really tough on top, but Seidel was able to earn the escape when they met at Who's Number One, and now Seidel going underneath in the second. Seidel to his feet, controls hands, and he's out in 16 seconds. It's 1-0 Aaron Seidel. Seidel trying to move forward. You can sense the familiarity a little bit from that last matchup. And Seidel does a pretty good job of controlling the mat, controlling the center of the mat, which, you know, that underhook kind of puts the impetus on Knox to attack. Haven't seen Seidel really take much of a committed leg attack in the last match or this one, but still it's been Knox who's felt a little bit on the defense.
45.
Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't seen more potentially drags from Knox. He likes that drag to a single leg, and again going to that swim to the left leg of Seidel. Now he doubles off. There's the takedown.
Knox, was that Knox pounded on the mat?
I think it was
somebody over here? Okay.
Yeah.
3-1 now. Knox leads, and
He's going to get hit for stalling.
yeah, first stall call of the match. 15 to go. We'll see if Knox can ride him out. An escape here would be absolutely huge for Aaron Seidel.
Especially with that stall on Knox.
To his feet right away is Seidel. Knox drops down to the leg. 12 to go.
He's got to be careful here. He doesn't get hit for stalling again.
Yeah, he's got to make a real attempt to return with 8 seconds to go, and now he's going to get back on top. 5 left in the period. Seidel turns in. There's that whizzer. Knox still across the midline of the back, and that's going to give him control. So 3-1 and no stall call. How awesome is Super 32, JD? We got a number 1 versus number 3 matchup here in the finals. A who's number 1 rematch, and it's just the first of a few who's number 1 rematches.
Girls 148 in Violet LaShore, Pennsylvania. Please turn in your bows.
All right, Seidel he put in some serious work on top in their who's number 1 match. I don't know that he was ever super close to a turn, but wouldn't be surprised to see him work for a turn here on top. Knox looking quad pod, and Seidel in this spiral and a claw.
Now, after a while, you have to weigh your options. What is more likely, a 2-point turn or a takedown?
Yeah, we'll see how long Seidel opts to work for the turn. And Knox staying in pretty solid position here in a base.
Now, if you get Knox hit for stalling quickly here, then you can look for another stall call to tie this up. Which Knox just holding base, he's got to be careful. There it is.
3-2 now. Seidel within a point, and
plenty of time to get another stall.
Yeah, if he continues to ride this way, you can see it. And now Seidel working for an ankle ride, and this is the thing about the way Seidel wrestles. He is somehow able to have a lot of success without really putting himself at any risk.
I also wouldn't be surprised to see Seidel get hit for stalling either. He's really been on the hips a lot. Depends on the referee, you know. Some referees will let that happen. Some don't appreciate the hip riding.
Yeah, I mean, Seidel is no doubt improving his position by putting pressure forward, but he's not working for a turn in any way, shape, or form.
Correct. And now we're getting down to the 30-second mark. It comes decision time. And he keeps looking to his corner.
Yeah, out of bounds. Knox is going to get a restart. He's got to, and now, okay, another point went on the board momentarily, but they took it off. Knox is going to, he's going to need to show a little bit of urgency here on bottom, even though.
I would be pretty shocked if they ding him again in this last 19 seconds to tie it. It would have to be pretty egregious. Not saying it can't happen, but.
Yeah, if you're Knox, you don't want to leave any doubt, though.
For sure.
19 to go.
Seidel is just going to try and pick up a stall or a turn.
Knox,
Knox coming up to his feet and dropping back down.
That's all you got to do, you know? Just do that a couple times, and Seidel looking to return. Seidel was hoping maybe he could catch him in a tilt position there. And it's going to be Anthony Knox, now 3-time Super 32 champ, 4-time finalist. He's fired up.
Hit him with the gun celly.
He did. Those are sweeping the nation.
No. Not the prettiest win for Knox, but hey, he got the takedown here in the win.
Yeah, 3-time Super 32 champ, and man, really impressed with Seidel's game plan. Impressed with Knox executing. I mean, it was just what a Super 32 career for Anthony Knox. Let's take another look. And I think we're going to probably get a look at that takedown. And there's that shot, scrambled, they're rolling, and here's the one that he ended up capitalizing on. Doubled off. That was really the moment that defined the match. Anthony Knox, here's the celebration. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, it's another Who's Number 1 rematch. Jax Forrest, Seth Mendoza at 132 pounds. Live, 132 pounds. Jax Forrest in the red, taking on Seth Mendoza in the Tiger style. Black and gold with the red trim. He's in the green ankle band, and this is the 5th time, JD, these guys have wrestled in less than a year.
Please turn in your bio. The coaches take one.
Yeah, it's a lot. Jax Forrest 3-1, and he's gonna look for an early takedown. He's gonna get it. Forrest takes a 3-0 lead, and now working on top on the edge, and they're out of bounds.
Ooh. That was close. That hand might have been in.
That was a wild situation there. Forrest and Mendoza have clearly been the class of this weight. Very fitting for them to make the finals. Forrest does have the 3 wins over Mendoza this year, but Mendoza did tech Jax Forrest at the US Open. And now Forrest working on top, looking maybe for a cradle. Oh, thinking assassin. And now Mendoza has the leg, and he's gonna look to improve. He has that elbow too, and Mendoza looking for a reversal, gonna settle for an escape. It's 3-1.
Hey, right foot. Move your feet. You gotta move those feet, Seth. Level change. Back your angles.
You got to watch for the slide by when you're wrestling Forrest. It's his go-to attack. You know it's coming. Few can stop it. And he has an interesting way, a lot of times, of setting it up. His carry is his other, or his dump. That move right there is his other go-to attack, and he'll use both to set up the other.
You just called it, JD. He just set up the carry, hit the slide by, and there's 3 more. Forrest up 6-1.
Normally a wrestler will have one setup. You know, he'll have 2 moves that he likes to hit, and only one sets up the other. Those both set up. Sometimes he'll go slide by, it doesn't work, so he goes carry. Sometimes he goes carry, it doesn't work, so he goes slide by.
One thing you know is Seth Mendoza not going to stop wrestling. He's up to his feet, trying to pressure in here. Short time left, and Jax Forrest going to take a 6-1 lead into the second period. Yeah, you know, and it's funny to talk about Jax Forrest having his go-to attacks, because he also has this range of ways to score that are just, they're almost not wrestling moves. They're just things that Jax Forrest does that almost nobody else does.
He just gets himself in weird positions and he figures it out.
Yeah, and that's like, if his dump and his slide by are his top 2 attacks, then just, you know, making it up, it may be number 3. Forrest with a leg in, trying to go to work on top.
Your attention, folks, over the middle school side. Middle school.
And you see Forrest there going almost complete grapevine with that left foot, wrapping the toe around the shin of Mendoza while hooking figure 4. And now Mendoza able to pick up the reversal, slip that right arm in. So control.
6-3 now for Forrest. We'll see what Mendoza has on top. He's got some good pressure. Saw him put a really nice ride together in his semifinal match. And he's got both hands on a wrist underneath, and Forrest trying to fight that hand underneath. And now Forrest rolls through, and Mendoza on a leg.
Mendoza still technically in top here, on top.
And there is no drop down rule in high school wrestling. And look at this, Mendoza with a cradle, Forrest able to slip the head.
Hit the crowd go ooh for a second.
Forrest still trying to wrestle through this position. Mendoza still dropped down on the leg, still technically in the top position, and that foot coming to the outside, they're going to stop that every time. And now Forrest will get a reset on bottom. And you know, starting to say there's no drop down rule in high school wrestling, so you'll see these guys on a leg for, how long was that? 30 seconds? No stall call. Where in college that'd be a quick stall.
Very shortly after you win. You're in the high school division, girls or boys.
Forrest with a switch, and there's the reversal.
Yeah, big reversal for Forrest. You feel like if Mendoza was going to win, he's going to need a turn. Forrest is probably going to win the takedown battle. He might give up 1 or 2, but probably just going to pick up more. You get a 4-point turn, though, and that really changes things up.
Yeah, absolutely, and that'll do it for the second period. 8-3, and Mendoza with now an opportunity And what's he gonna do?
Forrest going down.
Oh, Forrest going, yep.
Reagan Mathers. And her opponent.
Where's your cross wrist? Attaboy. Let's go. We're gonna roll again.
From California, Clayton Valley, a senior, ranked 4th in the country.
Mendoza now going claw and spiral. Tight waist now for Mendoza. And he's gonna let Forrest go. So 9-3 and Forrest, nice little re-attack. Still on that leg. Mendoza shin whizzer and leg coming to the outside. Mendoza needs to get to his offense here. Minute 20 to go. Jax Forrest has had so much success, not just the high school level, but already at the senior level, 4th at the Olympic trials. Won the last chance Olympic trials qualifier. He's beaten NCAA champions. Man, what is this guy gonna do at the next level? A lot of people are ready to find that out.
Ready to find out where he's going.
Yeah, me too. Oh my goodness. Nice little low-level attack. Mendoza tried to duck out of that situation and didn't give anything up. 40 seconds to go. Mendoza, seatbelt position across the body, now trades it for an underhook, and Forrest moving forward. Mendoza gets to the foot. Mendoza's gonna try to finish, but Forrest kicks out, bear crawls his way around the mat, pulls his singlet down to his ankles, and Mendoza's still looking for a go behind. 15 seconds to go. Forrest almost to the foot. Mendoza clears it, 10 seconds left. Mendoza not done wrestling. There it is, Jax Forrest, another Super 32 belt. He's your champ at 132. On his birthday, Jax Forrest.
That's what they just said over the PA.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah, he celebrating a birthday, and it's not a bad way to do it.
No, absolutely not. I do want to give a shout out to Seth Mendoza. I feel like it might get lost, you know, in the history of high school wrestling, how consistent this guy was for all 4 years. Obviously, he still has his senior season left, but if he doesn't compete at Fargo after graduation, this could be the last really high-level national tournament we see him at. And he has been a pleasure to watch. Like I said, the epitome of consistency, but today was Jax Forrest Day.
Yeah, and you're getting another look at it. And speaking of Mendoza, I mean, you're going to get to see him at Missouri, but he's going to be at Ironman too, you know?
Yeah,
so
good call, good call.
Don't worry, he's going to be around. He's going to be around. Seth Mendoza's not going anywhere, but we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, 138-pounders, it's Dalton Perry and Sergio Vega. We are just moments away from 138, but hey, don't forget, join us tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern, Central actually, for FloWrestling Radio Live. We'll break down this action, and join us every Monday and Thursday for FRL, where we talk about all the biggest and baddest things happening in the sport of wrestling. And here we are, 138 pounds in the red, Sergio Vega from Arizona, and in the blue singlet, Dalton Perry from Pennsylvania. Sergio Vega going to Cornell. He's a senior. Dalton Perry committed to Penn State. Vega currently #1 in the country at 138. Dalton Perry sitting at #8, and Vega in on a shot. Perry trying to defend, and Vega trying to cut this back. He's gonna get it. Perry kind of gave up on the defense there, and now Vega going to work on top. This guy has been super impressive during Fargo, and who's #1?
Yeah, no kidding. I like immediately aggressively going for the turn after the takedown as they go out of bounds, but Vega looking tough here. 1 minute in.
Guys who wrestle Sergio Vega say that he has just a very, very difficult field to replicate. He's like, you know, unlike anyone else, and can put you in danger from a lot of positions. Saw him do that really effectively at who's #1 against Drew Gorman. There's a shot. Vega in. Now locked on the leg, and now goes head outside. Vega cuts across. Double leg finish. Perry, though, still tying up those ankles. And now this is where Vega's dangerous. He can get to a cradle when you don't feel like he's close to a cradle. This time, though, just going to settle for the takedown. And
thought about cutting it, looked like there for a second, but I saw there was only 25 seconds.
Exactly. He thought about it, and then, yeah, he's like, all right, 25, let me just ride this out here real quick. 15 to go now.
Texas. He's a senior, ranked 6th in the country, 3-season champ, MOW, 2-time state champ, Raleigh, Wyoming.
Sergio Vega from Arizona goes to Sunnyside High School. It's a powerhouse program there in Arizona. We've had legends there from Sunnyside. Roman Bravo Young, Audrey Jimenez, who's been in Final X. A bunch of other really tough wrestlers. That'll do it for the first period, 6-1. Vega's choice, but he's going to defer, and Perry's going to go underneath.
High school girl, high school boy. If you win your bracket, we have wall charts available to you. For the high school girls and boys, you pick them up where you picked up your singlet for the finals. If you're elementary or middle school champ, you pick it
Vega
up.
pulling Perry back into his lap a little bit, now switching to a spiral and a claw. Perry fighting that top hand, and Vega, mat return. Got that half in there, and man. Vega looked at his foot, kind of emphasizing that, you know, I think he thought he was still in bounds. I kind of think he was too.
I mean,
Perry to his feet, and Vega gonna let him go this time. 6-2. Shot, Perry. Vega clears that position. Perry, little level change and fake shot. Vega, oh man, nice second attack. Shot. Perry reacted, he got in on another one, and quick takedown cuts him loose. On the edge, you're gonna go out of bounds. 9-3. Man, how quick was that finish?
yeah, and it's because he caught Perry out of his stance. Perry standing kind of straight up and down a little bit. Got caught flat-footed.
Vega looking for that dump now, trades the arm. He's just in on this shot. Perry getting some good pressure on that forearm of Vega and the elbow, and now Vega back hooks the leg, pressuring into Perry, and it's maybe a stalemate here, and oh, now Perry looking for a really funky cradle. Vega wants to free this leg, get himself on top. for as weird of a position as that was, Vega was comfortable the entire time, gets the takedown, it's 12-3.
It took him a little bit, but eventually he got heavy with that front leg, was able to bring Perry's chest down, and that's when you saw him able to limp arm that ankle out.
That'll do it for the second period.
Really just kind of wore Perry out in that position.
Yeah. Vega going neutral in the third, and I wouldn't imagine that has to do with any concern about his inability to get out. I think it's just likes what he's feeling on his feet.
Doesn't want to waste the time underneath.
Driver of a Toyota Camry.
In on a shot, head inside, coming out the middle and hooks the leg. Vega gonna slip that head out. There's another takedown. 15-3. Vega once more. Ooh, assassin.
He really wants this.
Yeah, he does.
Not gonna get it though.
Yeah, didn't have the bite on it that he needed, and he's gonna push Perry out of bounds. They're gonna get a restart. 15-4, minute 25 to go. Shot, Vega, Perry ends up in a front head position here. Minute 15 to go.
Girls referee, please hold the match till I get the introductions this time. Next up at 124 pounds, from Arizona, Valley College Prep. She's a junior, ranked first in the country.
Shot, Vega, Perry looking re-attack. Vega with two hands on the wrist, trying to slow Perry down. Perry's still on that leg. Vega off to the side. Vega trying to sit corner. And man, look at that. He turned,
so long.
Yeah, he is, and he turned Perry's best attack into his own points. 14-point lead now for Sergio Vega. And he's gonna try to work for a turn here on top, and actually he's gonna let Perry go. Look for one more takedown, 15 seconds left. This will be a tech. Vega, oh, they're gonna be out of bounds, 9 seconds left. Up 13. Vega competing like he needs a takedown.
Right. Now he will concede.
He's gonna concede to only win by 13. And there it is, Sergio Vega, Super 32 champ. He came up one match short last year and now gets it done. He's the champ. Man, Sergio Vega, what an impressive showing from this guy all year long. Let's take a look at some of this action. There was plenty of it to get excited about. There's a takedown there for Vega. Big mat return. He can do it from all positions. Sergio Vega. All right, let's take a quick break. When we come back, it is the match we've been looking forward to. 144 pounds, Bo Bassett, Daniel Zepeda, completing the trilogy. We are back. It's the Super 32 finals, and man, what an incredible event. We got so many incredible events coming up. World Championships later this month. We've got the All-Star Classic middle of November, and we've got the Las Vegas Invitational. We got the Ironman early December. So many good wrestling events, but man, it's Super 32 finals, and it is the one. This is the match we've been looking forward to. Daniel Zepeda beat Bo Bassett, who's #1 last year. Bassett got him back 12-6 2 weeks ago, and here they are meeting in the rubber match at 144 pounds. It's Bassett in the black and silver, Zepeda in the red, and Bassett in on a single right away. Zepeda looking to pass the leg and does pass it. Now Bassett trying to kick that armpit out, and Zepeda trying to catch him on his back. Bassett rolling. We had an incredible scramble here early on, and they're still rolling. Bassett pulling that foot out, or excuse me, Zepeda pulling that foot out. Bassett trying to get himself in better position, and really, really excellent scramble here. High level stuff from both guys, and takedown awarded. I imagine we're going to see a challenge here, or maybe even a conversation between the officials. But right now, as it stands, it's 3-0 for Bo Bassett.
I don't think that was 3, at least not when it was awarded.
And the side official, he may wave this off. All right, so no takedown, back to 0-0. And Daniel Cormier gets to keep the monkey for the time being. First 40 seconds, incredible.
Yeah, and those long scrambles, that kind of favors Zepeda. Bo wants to get in there and finish quick. So we can go back to stuff like this.
Shot, Bassett trying to hook that leg. Zepeda locked through the crotch. Bassett trying to get that head out. Bassett close to it, and Bassett now gonna get the 3. No doubt about that one. And Bassett trying to hook that head, almost like a leg half there. And looking for like a reversal on the edge. At least that's what the crowd is asking for.
Cormier's already reaching for the monkey.
And there's the reversal. And man, this crowd, a little more neutral than the one that we experienced in Johnstown, Pennsylvania.
Well, any crowd's going to be more neutral than that, but don't forget, we're in North Carolina where Daniel Zepeda is committed to wrestling. Well, that's the state.
We got a reverse situation potentially, and there's Bassett with it. 5-2 now, and Zepeda looking for another reverse of his own. He's pulling up on that foot. And Zepeda reaching back now, attacking that head. 30 seconds to go. Bassett following on top, and they're gonna go out of bounds. I thought the fans might be getting a hands-on experience there, but Bassett led up. 19 seconds to go. These 19 seconds could be huge for Zepeda. He wants to get a point at a minimum. Clean start. Zepeda reaches back, now fighting hands. And Bassett trying to pull him back, looking for a turn. 12 seconds, Zepeda to his feet. Bassett drops the leg. Zepeda gonna try to kick out. Zepeda kicks out, there's the point. It's 5-3. And we're headed to the second period.
Really good work there by Zepeda to earn the escape in the last 19 seconds.
Great work by Zepeda, but man, the pace by Bassett so far has been defining this match. He's been on attacks non-stop, and also non-stop from the top position, and now he gets a chance on bottom, and Bassett's out. It's 6-3.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bo Bassett handing the official his flip coin.
As much about being a gentleman as it was about starting the period, he's ready to go, and there's an attack from Bassett. Good sprawl from Zepeda. Bo Bassett just continues to march forward. There's a shot, now a little slide by attempt there for Zepeda, and there's the takedown. It's 6-6.
He caught Bo coming in. Bo saw Zepeda on his knees, wanted to pressure in. Perfect time to hit a slide by.
This is probably the most even ground these guys have competed on. A year ago, Zepeda had a pretty big size advantage. This year, Bassett had a hometown advantage, and now Super 32, it feels like a championship fight in front of a neutral crowd. They're gonna go out of bounds. 109 to go. Bassett on bottom, Zepeda on top. Tight waist, Zepeda. Bassett up to quad pod, fighting hands. And Zepeda comes around. Nice adjustment. Went out to that double leg finish and then came around behind. Now Zepeda with the leg in. Zepeda.
For how much as Bo Bassett's pace does get talked about, it's been Zepeda that's earned the takedown in the late in the third periods. Both matches, even when he lost last match, he said afterwards he felt like he had momentum. There at the end of the third, just ran out of time.
Bassett now trying to work for a reversal. Zepeda got to hang on to this foot. And Bassett continuing to advance. He does not want this to stalemate. Bassett wants to get out of this thing. 25 to go. And Bassett's going to get a reset. Cormier knows body language is going to matter in this one. He's telling him, get right back to the center, telling Zepeda. Tight waist and an ankle there for Zepeda. Bassett to his feet, fighting hands. Zepeda pulls him back down.
Official was ready to call locked hands there, but Zepeda wisely immediately unlocked.
10 seconds to go. Now Bassett close to the escape, fighting that hand. Zepeda to the leg, 3 seconds, and Bassett, did he get out?
I think he did.
1 point awarded, and he did it at the buzzer. This guy did not stop wrestling. And now Zepeda, he was hoping to ride out so that he could take a lead with an escape. Now he needs it to tie. 6-7, Bo Bassett in the lead.
Good no challenge by the Gilroy corner too. Keep that challenge for, you know, if it really matters here late. I don't think they were going to win that challenge. Bassett
with the whizzer, or excuse me, Bassett with the seatbelt, Zepeda with the whizzer. Bassett still across the midline of the back, and now let's go of it. So there's the escape. It's 7-7.
Let's go. Let's go.
Two guys that would love to finish this thing on their feet, I'm sure. 14 points on the board, 7-7. Bassett shoots. Zepeda trying to catch him coming in. Nice fake there from Zepeda. Both guys looking for an opening. There's a snap from Zepeda. Snap, Zepeda looking for the angle. Bassett stays in good position as he comes up. Minute 19 to go. Hard tie there from both guys. Shot, Bassett, head outside. Zepeda looking for a lock through the crotch, and we're scrambling. We saw a good scramble early in the match, and now what we got here, Bassett trying to step over, trying to catch Zepeda on his back. He's close to a fall. Official wasn't in position. Now Zepeda trying to come up. Bassett improving himself. 57 seconds to go. Bassett trying to pull this out, and Zepeda now going to elevate these feet. What's going to happen here? 50 seconds to go. No takedown. The crowd is loving this. Stalemate. Man, Zepeda had himself in a little bit of trouble there, but the official on the wrong side, and crazy. 7-7, 45 to go. Zepeda looks for a shot. Bassett now looking for his go behind. Zepeda recovers up, 35 to go. .30 seconds. Shot, Bassett, Zepeda. Good down block. It's that baseline defense there, and 20 to go. Will we see another attack, or will we head to overtime? 10 seconds left. All right, JD, so here's the situation. It's 7-7, minute on the clock. Any point wins this match.
No stall calls either way. I feel like Bassett really wants to get this done here in this first minute, not go to right out.
There's a shot. Just a hard sprawl. Snap there from Zepeda. Bassett coming in with that right side collar tie. There was a reach for a leg from Zepeda. Now looks for another one. There's that snap, and Bassett did a good job. He didn't snap him into his legs. He recovered up nicely.
It's true, but Zepeda recovered nicely as well, back in on his feet, and now there's a re-attack.
Zepeda in on that single. Bassett trying to pass. Bassett trying to catch him on his back. Zepeda still locked on that leg. Bassett, does he have him in trouble? Nothing yet. Bassett's trying to hold him. He wants a takedown here. Zepeda, and there's the takedown. Big flex from Bassett. Unbelievable match. No challenge coming from Cormier. Bo Bassett takes round 3.
Lived up to
the most incredible match between these three that we've seen so far.
No doubt, respect to both men. That was a takedown at the end. Official gave Zepeda all the time to get off his back. He wasn't able to because Bo was holding him there. Bo Bassett got the takedown he needed in overtime. He gets his hand raised. He wins the trilogy.
I have chills right now. What a match. Both these guys went all in. Here's another look. It was Bassett holding him on his back for an extended period of time, and that's what gave him the takedown. And you see the Bishop McCourt corner go nuts. There's the flex from Bassett. There are not two warriors like this in high school wrestling who would lay it on the line the way these two guys have done. And unbelievable stuff. We're going to collect ourselves, take a quick break. We're going to come back for 150-pound finals right after this. All right, we are back, and man, look at this. We got 39 top 10 competitors still undeclared for college. They got a lot of options. You see a lot of college coaches around the edge of the mat scouting this tournament, and we got a great one coming up right now at 150 pounds. And I don't know where they want us to check in. They want the guy in the red singlet to wear green. Just switch it, switch it. Whatever. All right. We got ourselves a little technical issue here. All right. 150 pounds, getting ready to get underway. Landon Robidoux in the blue and gold. St. Michael Albertville in Minnesota. He's ranked second in the country. He's taking on Blake Cosby from Michigan. Cosby with the red Super 32 finalist singlet, and Robidoux snaps. And this is where Robidoux is so good. Snap, go behinds.
Cosby doing a good job of staying squared up, though.
It really is. Robidoux running forward, and they're going to go out of bounds. No stall call. Shot Cosby, and there's that easy go behind for Robidoux. Robidoux lets him go right away. Minute to go, and he wants to press the pace in this match. Out of bounds, stall call goes against Cosby. Landon Robidoux, a senior, he's headed to Oklahoma State.
And so you see scoreboards backwards. Right now, we'll try and get that fixed at the end of the first period.
Underhook Robidoux. Oh, there's that snap. Out of bounds, and action call that time. They hit him for stalling the previous time. Not that one. Shot Cosby. Caught Robidoux coming in, grabbed that tricep. Nice little pick there from Robidoux. He needs to get this arm free before he's going to score points. And there's the takedown, 6-1. All right, they're going to head to the second period. All Landon Robidoux in the first, and he's going to have choice in the second as well. Robidoux from Minnesota, but he spent quite a bit of time training in Stillwater, where he's going to go to college. And talking to him at Who's Number One, he's just super energized about the Oklahoma State Cowboy program, David Taylor.
How can you not be?
Yeah, a lot to be looking forward to. Cosby looking to return. Rabadou right back up to his feet. Rabadou maybe thinking about working for a stall call there instead of working for an escape. Sometimes you'll see that, and they are going to give a stall call, so it worked. 7-1.
From Chestnut Ridge, Pennsylvania. She's a sophomore, ranked second in the country. She was state champion last year, Super 32 champion, Fargo champion.
There's the escape 8-1.
Champion, 5-time Powerade champion, and a 2-time tournament champion, as well as an Ironman champion. Violet LaShore.
Shot Cosby. Rabadou, nice re-attack, gets to the single leg. Gonna work up that leg, and there's the finish. 11-1.
Rabadou looking dominant.
Rabadou cuts Cosby loose.
Attention, ladies division. I need Louise Jewett from Missouri to mat 11. Louise Jewett from Missouri to mat 11.
More angles, Blake.
Finger to the eye there for Rabadou, so he's gonna take a second, collect himself. Blake Cosby looking over at his corner, getting some words of wisdom from Nick Simmons, author of the greatest spladle ever written. .35 to go. If you're Cosby, you got to be wondering what's the next move to make here.
Inside, control the tide. Push ball. 20 seconds, 20.
15 left here. Cosby tries a little slide by, and Rabadou just pressures right back in. And no takedown as time runs out. We'll head to the third. Cosby to his feet. He's out. It's 11-3. Rabadou hard snap on the edge. And they're going to go out of bounds off the mat. 11-3.
Mat 11, table workers, check the chat. I just sent you a message on that, please.
And if you're Cosby, you know, at this point, you're mostly wrestling here for pride, you know, to show you're not going to go down without a fight. He's down by 8, technically not out of it. You think now a 3-point takedown, 4-point near fall. You can't get right back in this.
And there's that shot from Cosby. Rabadou, though, nice re-attack, and on the way to the go-behind, collected that ankle. Still no takedown, but continues to work for it, and there it is. There's the finish. 14-3.
And if you're Rabadou, put an exclamation point on this. There he goes, and he's going to cut and driving Cosby all the way off the mat. You know, look at Vega. Vega was working all the way for the tech fall to almost the last second. There's been a lot of Super 32 champions. Not many have earned a tech fall in the finals.
Yeah, no doubt. 4-point turn would do it for Rabadou. Cosby out 14-4. Nice misdirection attempt for Rabadou. Now he's just trying stuff. Rabadou gets to the single leg.
Stuff is working.
There's the finish. 17-4. 17-5 now, and a takedown would give him the tech. Gets to the leg. This might be it. Rabideau hops over. And there it is, 20-5. Landon Rabideau with a tech fall in the Super 32 finals. Like you said, JD, you do not see those too often.
Yeah, it kind of puts you in some glorified air there. Cowboys got a good one.
Yeah, absolutely. And a guy who, you know, he lost in the finals here a year ago and just looks better every time out. Let's take a look at some of the action from that. And there was plenty to choose from. I know our producers have their hands full picking a, man, nice little pick. Rabideau gets that arm free to secure the 3. Another little finish there from Rabideau. There's the hand raise. Congrats to him. And when we come back, we're going to have a good one at 157. Will Denny and Colin Rath. Can't wait.
Will Denny.
We are back, and 157-pounders coming up, but also coming up in about a month, it's the NWCA All-Star Classic. It's going to be November 16. It's back at Penn State. A bunch of the best men's and women's college wrestlers in the country laying it on the line. We got 15 matches of incredible action. Can't wait for it.
That's right, headlined by Parker Kekaisen versus Carter Starachi. But first, we got a 157-pound final.
In the blue singlet, red ankle band, it's Will Denny from Illinois. He's headed to NC State. And in the black Stellar Train singlet from Pennsylvania, it's Colin Rath. He'll be a Missouri Tiger next year. Colin Rath looking for his second Super 32 title. He won this a year ago. Hard hand fight there. And I haven't had a chance to go back and watch Will Denny's semifinal match, but I hear it was just an absolutely clutch takedown in overtime over Melvin Miller. I gotta go check it out.
I heard it was controversial as well.
Okay.
But I have not gone back and watched it either. That was not on my mat.
It's the only problem. There's too many good matches, which is a good problem. Nice shot and re-attack there from Denny. Rath, good job recovering up in good position.
Remember, all Super 32 champions. Make sure you pick up your wall chart on the way out. High school girls and boys, you can get it at the coach's registration table in the lobby.
Underhook Denny running forward. Rath steps in, and there's going to be a stall call against Rath.
Dulcie Martinez of California to mat 13. Dulcie Martinez of California to mat 13.
Stop chopping more. Start getting him going. Get ready for the shooter you chop to. Yes, yes.
We've seen a couple finalists today that are committed to both NC State and Missouri. Rath going to be joined by Seth Mendoza, who saw earlier. Will Denny will be joined by Daniel Zepeda, who we just watched compete.
15 here. Good job, yes.
10 seconds left here in this period. Little swim move for Rath. He's in deep. Not gonna have enough time to finish though.
Yeah, if he could have hit that maybe 5 seconds sooner, would have put himself in a lot better position to get the takedown, but.
He hit that swim move in the semifinals. It was on the edge of the mat. They went out of bounds, and I mean that he gets to it so smooth. I've still yet to see him finish one though today. Denny on bottom to start the second. He's out in 5 seconds. 1-0 lead now for Illinois' Will Denny. 2-on-1 for Denny. Gets to a body lock. He's got the arm trapped in there. Wrath rolls and out of bounds.
No takedown.
Man, savvy roll there from Wrath. He knew where he was on the edge of the mat. Will Denny currently ranked number 5 in the country, and Wrath sitting at number 4.
And I want to know if Miller standing on that side, getting a look. I'm sure envisioning himself being here one day.
Yeah, he was here one day a year ago.
Yes, he was.
Yeah. Man, that body lock, I thought for sure Denny was going to finish that. And there's that swim move attempt there for Wrath, and Denny gets to a leg. Can he keep this in bounds? Wrath with a shallow whizzer. He's locked on the shin, and Denny limp arms. Denny now gets the second leg, but Wrath able to turn and face. And Wrath is one of those guys that when his defense is on, you wonder how anybody can score on him.
He's a senior, ranked 7th in the country, 2-time national team member, 2-time Barco.
Denny had the far leg initially trapped for just half a split second. Somehow Wrath was able to get it back and prevent the takedown.
Alexandria Ali. And her opponent.
In and out! In and out!
Denny underhook, marching forward. Now snap, there's that swim move again for Wrath. Almost to the leg, and now Wrath trying to come out. They're gonna go out of bounds. Wrath is slippery underneath.
I know. Just dropping down to a knees, almost hitting like a bob and weave, flipping head one side, then the other.
You know, you think about Colin Wrath, you think about a guy who's strong, solid position, good hand fighter, but that slippery defense underneath is underrated.
Deep breath right here, Will. Deep breath right here, Will.
Wrath underneath for the third period. Still just that 1 point on the board for Will Denny. And don't forget, Wrath was hit for stalling on the edge earlier. Could come into play. It's kind of hard to remember that because there's been, despite no points, there's been quite a bit of action. And Wrath is out. Denny was out in 5 seconds. Wrath was out in 4. And now Denny, wow, this time no doubt. 3 points on the board makes it 4-1. Will Denny just ran over him that time.
Yeah, not much technique there. Just, I see you on your knees, I run over you.
Don't force it, Will. Don't force nothing now, Will.
Now Denny going to work on top.
Yeah, Wrath maybe hanging out a little bit right now. Now starting to work back up to a base.
Mat return, yeah.
Hard mat return for Denny. They're out of bounds. Wrath walking back to the center. Took a glance over to his corner. Chance Marsteller offering some words of advice. Wrath up. Fights hands and he's out. 4-2. Denny looks for a double. And he's gonna try to pull it in. And there's another takedown. Will Denny builds on his lead. No hesitation there from Will Denny. And sometimes you'll see a guy gets a takedown and then decides, hey, I gotta go into defense mode, play prevent, and instead Denny just went right back to it.
I like it.
I need one.
Wrath's out. 7-3.
He coming to your right, Will.
He's gonna have to have some urgency here.
Nope. Hey, hands down, Will. Hands down.
Wrath shoots. Denny catches him chest wrap.
Stay forward. Stay forward. Oh, he wants your
Wrath
right,
continuing
Will.
to come forward.
That's the only shot he got.
Heavy hand fight. Wrath to a leg. Denny catches it with the underhook on the opposite side.
Hey, Will. That's all he got. That's all he got.
Wrath tries that little duck action, and Denny catches it.
Stay in.
Denny's content to just stay right here on the edge.
He should keep his toes in.
And they're going to go out of bounds with... No, they're just going to, you know what? Close enough.
Yeah, it was
Will
1
Denny
second.
got the win. Man, he ran a gauntlet. Looked incredible doing it. Great work there from Will Denny. He gives a fist pump to the NC State future teammates who are over there in the crowd. Awesome work there by Will Denny all tournament long. He's your champ at 157. And let's take a look at a couple highlights. Man, there's that body lock, just kind of ran over him. And then the second takedown, collected that double leg. Wrath slipped out of it for a while throughout the match, but then Denny, 2 takedowns late. It's gonna be awesome. Coming up next, 165 pounders after this.
Ranked 5th in the country by Matt Scout. He's committed to Missouri. Dom Vanelli.
Go, Cunningham.
He's also a senior in the same competition. Ranked 5th in the country by Matt Scout. Power rating 10. State. Asher Cunningham.
Go, Asher.
Your champion of the ladies at 160, Kaylee Mango.
All right, we are back, and before the 165 pounders get underway, don't forget that first weekend of December, the 6th and the 7th, we got the Cliff Keen Las Vegas Invitational, the biggest and baddest in-season college wrestling tournament of them all. You're not going to want to miss it. It's live on Flow. And now, got a great match for you. 165 pounds. Oh man, off the whistle. There's a shot from Dom Bambinelli, but we're scrambling. Asher Cunningham in on the ankle, and Bambinelli trying to catch him. Cunningham passing the legs. Man, what a scramble we got here. Bambinelli rolls through. Cunningham trying to catch him, and Cunningham close to the takedown. I'm surprised they haven't given it yet. They still haven't given it. Bambinelli got back under the leg there. In the middle of that. Now Cunningham locked through the crotch. Great scramble here. First 30 seconds, all action. And just a full back arch there for Bambinelli, and Cunningham catches him. Now he's got a Turk.
Just getting to Cunningham's legs is maybe 1/3 of the battle.
Yeah, 100%. And you could tell when Bambinelli got in that he expected a scramble. He went right to it, but it was Cunningham that got the better of that position. 3-0 Cunningham leads, and these two guys both top 5 in the country. Bambinelli ranked 4th at the moment, and Cunningham sitting at number 5.
Cunningham has to be so frustrating to wrestle. He's so calm, cool, and collected out there. It's almost like he's not even trying. He kind of lull you to sleep. And then all of a sudden, just when you think you've got him taken down, boom, he grabs an ankle, rolls under, rolls through, ends up on top.
And Cunningham looking for a little revenge here. He lost to Bambinelli a few weeks ago at the Elite 8 duels. Bambinelli was a finalist here a year ago, and now trying to improve on that performance. And he's out. 3-1.
Put hands on him. 20 seconds.
Bambinelli committed to Missouri. There's a shot, and this time he's clawed closer to it. He's got the head and the knee, and there's the takedown. It's 4-3 with 11 seconds left. Bambinelli gonna look to finish this period on top.
Yeah, and that's how you prevent the scrambles, is keeping that head right in that knee. Really good head placement there from Bambinelli. That's why he finished that time, not the first.
Could see these guys compete against each other at the next level. Both seniors, Bambinelli going to Missouri next year, and Asher Cunningham, maybe you won't be surprised to find out he's going to Penn State, where his father, Casey Cunningham, is a coach.
I was like, say Cunningham, he kind of wrestles like an old man. Like,
Yeah, like you think, oh, I'm going to just take it to him and then nope. Sorry, he's got too many tricks.
yep, tricky.
Wrestling like an old man is actually a very great compliment.
Yes. Like he's not gonna blow you away, you know, with the blast double, kill you with the speed. It's the tricky wrestling technique.
He is a young man who wrestles like an old man. That's the best combo.
That's right.
Because the worst part about wrestling like an old man often is that you have to be an actual old man.
Good job.
So, match now tied up with the Cunningham escape. 4-4. All the points really in this match initiated by Bambinelli, and this time Cunningham takes a shot. Bambinelli reattacks, he's elevating the leg, and there's a trip, but Cunningham right to the legs. Now Bambinelli has a cradle locked up, bottom leg cradle. No, it's not locked, it was close. And potentially dangerous, the call. Chip Ness in the corner didn't like it, but that was the call. 7-4. Cunningham to his feet.
And he'll hold here and try and get guys called for stalling sometimes, but there you see him breaking the wrist, cutting and turning.
7-5. Shot Cunningham, Bambinelli catches it coming in, now goes ankle pick, opposite side, doubles off. Cunningham rolling, and tricky stuff there. Cunningham's gonna get the takedown. It's 8-7. What a match, back and forth.
That's it. Be physical. Good job, Cunningham. Yes, sir.
20 seconds to go. Bambinelli could really use an escape here. He will have choice in the third, but getting out now would give him an advantage.
You got 10.
And Bambinelli not really a concerted effort in that last 20 seconds.
And he wants to go neutral.
Good stance here. Keep using that club.
Didn't like the feel he got underneath, but only down by one. He needs to go get a takedown now if you don't take bottom.
Shot, he's in deep. Cunningham, though, with room to scramble, and he's going to roll through. And Bambinelli, though, still in decent position. Now Cunningham improving. Bambinelli passing the legs, back hooked that ankle. Bambinelli's knee was going to the outside there, so they stopped it. Potentially dangerous. Minute 28 to go.
Use that club. Move your feet. Good stance.
And Bambinelli going to take a little bit of entry time.
He's just kind of making sure the knee still works, and now he wants injury time.
I think he might have just said, I felt something buckle.
That's not a good feeling. Yeah, and this seems like a genuine injury time. He doesn't seem tired at all. He's talking with full breath. He just wants to make sure that knee's okay.
And doesn't appear to be in a lot of pain.
Here's a look at that situation.
And your champion at 170
You see this knee on the outside coming out, and we're back to action.
He's now a 5-time placer at the
We've seen Bambinelli attack throughout the match, and there's another shot, this time from Cunningham. Cunningham to a leg, head outside. Cunningham trying to double off. Bambinelli rolls him through, and Cunningham going to get the takedown. 11-7. Bambinelli going to hip him off. And Bambinelli maybe looking for just an escape. Thought maybe a reversal momentarily. And no escape. Cunningham asking for injury time. He's bleeding. Blood time.
That was really good work there by Bambinelli. Felt Cunningham was a little high, didn't quite have the hips on top and the boot in yet. Just hipped up. Cunningham fell over the top. He could have been in trouble if Cunningham got that booted. And we saw when Cunningham got that booted at the end of the second period and rode him out rather easily for the last, was it 25 seconds?
All right, they're cleaning this blood up.
I need Jacqueline Masakis, Kayla Matres, and Anthony Knox.
So 47 seconds to go. Takedown ties it.
Jacqueline Masakis, Anthony Knox.
Shot Bambinelli, he's to it. Quick
Wow.
takedown, 11-11. This match has been insane, and there's, ooh, just one swipe, and now Bambinelli rolls through on a tilt. He got two. Will we see a challenge? I think we might. And now they're out of bounds. Two near fall, 11-13, and we're gonna see a challenge. So we'll have our head of officials come over and take a look. And what did you think, JD? Did you see near fall there?
I mean, he swiped twice. I'd like to get a second look at it before I really cement my take either way.
And
I did think maybe he came out and then back in.
that's what I wondered about. And that's what, you know, they give the coaches an opportunity to explain to the official, what do you want me to look for? What are you challenging? So we'll get a look here. And there was, there could have been one swipe there. There wasn't. And that's where the one, and then man,
it
it's
looks
close.
like a quick two. But is it enough to overturn?
That's the thing. It's really close. It is really close.
The question for me is, what happened to Cunningham there? It came out off the whistle, getting taken down and given up right into the backs.
Looking at that other angle, it's the same. It's very close, and there is a little, the officials do have a little bit of discretion about kind of when they start that first count. It's a little bit up to them, but that was a quick two, if it was two. And all right, he's wiping it off. It was a good challenge. Good challenge by Mark McKnight. All right, so that call was overturned. It's back to a tied match. And Bambinelli wants to know if he should wrestle from neutral.
"30 seconds. You got to take down extremely fast off the whistle last time, but I feel like you try and ride. Unless Cunningham gets up to his feet right away, he's going for it.
Yeah, I mean, Bambinelli going the fearless route here. Cunningham going to try to have to defend, and the clock is not running. Oh, now it just ran 3 seconds at once. So there's a shot. Bambinelli in. Again, head in the knee, but Cunningham able to get himself in a position to scramble. Cunningham
15.
rolling. Bambinelli trying to come out the back. 12 seconds. Cunningham holding on to this leg, and can Bambinelli put himself in position?
5, 3, 2, 1, time.
not enough time, and they're going to challenge, but I don't think this is going to be overturned.
I don't think so either.
So we'll get another look at it, but Bambinelli wrestled like a maniac from start to finish, and just not enough. And we'll wait and see, you know, what the official decides. But I think this is going to be a Super 32 belt for Asher Cunningham. Official, he didn't have to go far. Yeah, here's that last sequence for you guys. You can see Bambinelli trying to get back and put him in a position where he can hold him on his back for an extended period of time. And it's you know, the comp to make is the Bassett-Zepeda match, where Bassett held Zepeda for 6, 7, 8 seconds, something like that.
1 or 2 seconds.
Yep, that was, yeah. So it's not going to be overturned. Either way, the match is over. So we got ourselves a champ. We just don't officially know who it is yet.
Your champion at 200 pounds for the girls, Josephine Larson. We're going to go back to doing some Conti bouts on mat 5 to finish up the high school boys. Conti bouts on
Official really taking a good look at this.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's spending this much time with it, but you know, maybe he saw something we missed.
B.
Goal mat is confirmed. It was not there beyond reaction time for control.
All right, so the call on the mat confirmed. It's Asher Cunningham, 12-11. Man, what a match. That was incredible. You gotta love it.
Your champion at 165 pounds. Boys.
Asher Cunningham getting it done, 165 pounds. You get a couple highlights. Take a look at some of the action. There was plenty of it.
High roller, Tennessee to mat 21.
Look at that, Cunningham getting his picture taken.
All right, let's take a quick break. When we come back, 175-pound finals.
Next up at 175 pounds for the boys. He's a senior from Gilroy, California. He's ranked 4th in the country on Mat Scouts. He was a super 38 placer 2 years ago. From Macon, Nebraska, Ty Ice. His opponent is also a senior from Greensboro, New Jersey. Ranked 9th in the country on Mat Scouts. He's a state runner-up. He's committed for Rutgers. Jordan Chapman.
All right, we are back, and we got 4 matches left, JD. But hey, if you're tuning in, don't forget FloWrestling Radio Live. That's going to go down tomorrow, 10 a.m. Central. We'll be breaking down all the action that took place here. And every Monday and Thursday at 10, you can tune in to hear everything that's going on in the world of wrestling. And we got 175-pound action underway. In the red, Ty Ice. In the blue, Jordan Chapman. Ice to the ankle pick. And man, he secures a takedown right away. Ice gave up a takedown at the beginning of his semifinal match. He had to work from a deficit throughout and then finally secured the win at the end and just shot Chapman. This time he decided to get off to a hot start. Chapman's out. It's 3-1. Ty Ice from Colorado, but now at Gilroy High School. So Daniel Cormier back in the corner.
And heading to Nebraska.
That's right. Gilroy, California, quite a squad.
They had a good weekend.
They did. A couple in the finals. Ice and Zepeda. Other placers as well. It's one of the best high school wrestling programs in the country.
Got it, we're on cleanup.
Jordan Chapman, he's from New Jersey. He's been a staple in the rankings for quite a while. He's ranked 12th right now. He's headed to Rutgers. So, gonna get that Jersey Mike's Arena pumping.
Chapman, I feel like a guy very good, still could be developed and has a lot of progress, a lot of stuff he could improve upon when he gets to the college level. Still pretty raw right now, but I will say this, he might have the best Navy ride in the country.
Yeah, he gets to it a lot. It's one of those positions that you don't see people get to that often, and then you see a guy like him, he gets there just over and over.
It's time to make the Navy ride great again.
I mean, he's doing
his part.
He is.
Just slip your arm in between, out the back, take him back. It's that simple.
It's that simple. Action resumes, minute 25 to go. Tie ice, tough to score on too when other guys attack, and see him, he has a lot of confidence in his whizzer. Shot. Ice got that ankle pick early in the first period. Was looking for it again there. Wrist control now for Ty Ice. 2 hands on the wrist, trying to climb up that arm. .30 seconds left to go, first period. It's going to do it for the first, just a 3-1 first period on that ankle pick, and coin flip goes to Chapman. He's going underneath. Got a little more blood to clean up. On the mat though, not on the human being. Still thinking about that 144 match.
I know.
Bassett Zepeda.
Maybe the greatest rivalry in the history of high school wrestling.
I wonder.
There's been some good ones.
One of the most hyped for sure. Maybe the most. All right. And we got a
no caution.
Just a little. I do love when they. I do love when they re-explain how to get on referee's position to these guys who are in the top high school tournament in the country. And we're underway. Chapman to his feet. 3-2 now. Chapman with another escape. Ice to the shot. Nice finish. 6-2. Man, quick finish. Both of Ty Ice's takedowns have been attacks that he's been able to finish with relative ease.
2-on-1 tilt. Good work there by Ty Ice.
He pinned him in a tilt.
Yes, he did.
Ty Ice pins him in a tilt. He stands up, gives himself a round of applause, as he should. You pin somebody in a tilt in the Super 32 finals, you deserve a hand from anybody and everybody, yourself included. Man, I don't think. I wonder if anybody's ever been pinned in a tilt in the finals.
It's been a lot of finals. I'm going to say yes.
You think so? You think there was somebody pinning the
It's
tilt?
been a lot of finals. I'm just playing the odds here.
Okay. Well, now we're going to have to go back and watch every single one of the finals and find out. Ty Ice. Pumped up. Man, what a way to win it. That is nuts. Take a look at some highlights here. Guess which highlight we're going to look at. You already know it's the one where he pinned him in a tilt. So he doesn't roll through. He pulls him straight back with the tilt and settles in. And look at that. And got it. Congrats to Ty Ice. Good stuff. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, it's going to be 190 pounders on the mat. All right, we are back, and just 3 matches left. 190 pounders are coming up next. It's Vincenzo Lavallee, Carson Thomas on the mat right now. Lavallee going to be headed to Princeton for college.
One of those smart kids.
And Carson Thomas headed to Indiana. So here we go, 190 pounds in the red Super 32 finalist singlet. Carson Thomas of Ohio. He's taking on Vincenzo Lavallee in the black. He's from New Jersey, state finalist last year.
Right elbow down.
Thomas. And Lavallee looks for a pick. Thomas uses that underhook to pressure back in and wrestling on the edge. Elbow control for Lavallee. Lavallee looking to drag and get around behind, but they go out of bounds. Underhook Thomas, and Lavallee's got head position, so I'm going to slow it down. Also, the fact that Lavallee's on his knee. Hard to do much with that underhook on the knee. Carson Thomas currently ranked 4th in the country. Shot there, Thomas.
Keep working.
Thomas, there's another shot. Now gets to the single leg. Elevates and, oh, how does he want to finish this?
Looked like he was going to get big for a second, but Lavallee gets his feet back down and holds Thomas down with that wizard. But Thomas has that far ankle.
There's the takedown. 3-0. Yeah, it looked like Thomas kind of changed his mind mid-finish and ended up working out for him. 3-0 with 12 seconds left. Lavallee would do himself a big favor by getting out here at the end of this period, and Thomas going to just try to stay in bounds, finish this period on top. Coin flip goes to Thomas, and he's going to go underneath. Thomas set on bottom. No real.
Yeah, Thomas just holding base right now.
No real concerted effort. Now he's out. 4-0. Shot LaValle, tries to run through it. Edge of the mat, and Thomas gets his foot back down.
Watch the drag.
Again, Thomas trying to work with that right side underhook, having a little bit of difficulty. He's looking for that far knee pick. Just can't quite get to it.
Minute 15 to go. I wouldn't mind a reset here.
Yeah, not much happening here on the edge.
Now Thomas in on that leg, and they're gonna go out of bounds. LaValle's foot hit the concrete.
Hey, watch a shot from space. Your hips are good now. Okay, relax right now. Relax right. Relax right now.
There was a little clock discrepancy, but they got it figured out.
Watch it from out here.
Again, Thomas to that right side underhook.
Keep working from there. Watch the shot. Hands out. Good. Close the gap. Here we go.
Shot LaValle. Thomas, good defense.
15.
Now LaValle has choice, and he's gonna go bottom. LaValle to his feet. Thomas drops down and gonna let him go.
Good hand fight here. Watch it from here.
Minute 45 to go.
Takedown for LaValle, ties this at 4. And good opportunity here, but Thomas to the legs. Now he's in position to score. Now have to pop that head out. There it is.
Now Carson Thomas with a 6-point lead. He's up 7-1, 90 seconds to go, and LaValle's gonna have to dig deep, figure something out here.
Good. Elevate that back leg a little bit. Pressure forward. Pressure forward.
LaValle to his feet, and Thomas returns. Thought he might be able to return him into a tilt position, but
He's got that 2-on-1.
Keep him flat right there, buddy.
I don't think he really wants to commit to this up 6 points with less than a minute to go. He's content to just keep the pressure on and ride here. He's gonna get hit for stalling for doing that though.
a little surprised by that stall call. Also surprised that Carson Thomas wasn't motivated by Ty Ice to try to pin him in a tilt.
That left foot.
Up to his feet is LaValle. Thomas drops down. He's already given up one stall call, and
Wrestle right here. Keep wrestling.
he's trying to, man, out of bounds. They didn't call stalling. It was clear what Carson Thomas was trying to do. He wanted to go out of bounds and stay in top. It worked.
Try to keep him on his hands.
7-1 lead, 33 seconds to go.
Put him back down. Control here, Control here.
Thomas looking for the return. LaValle looking close to a reversal.
Smart here.
Thomas just stays hanging on that foot.
Good job, Garce. Yes, sir.
10 seconds left.
All right. Short. 4, 3, 2, 1.
And there it is. Carson Thomas, Super 32 champ at 190 pounds. He's pumped up. Great tournament for Carson Thomas. And there he's getting his belt.
Carson Thomas.
Take a look at some of the highlights from Carson Thomas. He had a couple of nice takedowns in this match, and here's the escape. Nice takedown there, and oh, Carson Thomas just threw his coach over there off camera. There he is, Carson Thomas. He's your champ. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, 215 pounders are coming at you. We're back, 215 pounders coming at you, and this maybe not the final that a lot of people expected here at 215 pounds. We've got number 14, Noah Weaver. He's taking on number 4, Angelo Posada, and this was a weight where we could have had a Who's Number 1 rematch between Cade Ziola and Angelo Posada, but Weaver spoiled the party. He knocked off Ziola in the semis.
Yes, he did.
So action underway. White and green from Poway, California. Angelo Posada, he's in a shot right away, looking to finish, and Weaver, good defense. Posada's opponent in the red, Noah Weaver from Indiana. He's going to Purdue. Posada in on that low-level attack, and Weaver continues to have good defense. Posada staying in California. He's going to Stanford for college. Angelo Posada had a really nice summer. He was a Fargo champion, now trying to become a Super 32 champion. Posada wrestles a pretty high pace. He gets in on attacks really frequently.
He likes that wrist control. We'll work off that you saw in there. Nice single leg.
Posada elevates, elevates that. Looking for the finish. And there it is, 3-0. See what Posada does on top. And Posada, you know, you hear about guys that start out small and then get big and, you know, adjust to the upper weight wrestling. Angelo Posada was a state champ in California last year at 175. Now in Super 32 finals, 40 pounds bigger.
Let's get one. You got 20. Get one. Get one. Let's get busy. Get one.
Looking for a turn. Posada's got this deep. Oh man, can he settle in for the fall? Posada's got it. There it is. Angelo Posada, the second fall of the Fargo, or excuse me, the Super 32 finals. He holds up the number 1. He is pumped up. Man, he had that thing tight.
Yes, he did. As soon as Weaver went over, it only took about 1 second for the referee to get in position and slap the mat.
Weaver looks maybe a little stunned, but that's Posada's moment. Good stuff for him. Bringing the belt back to Poway. Take a look at that. There's that tight half, and he had the wrist just settled in, and no doubt about that. That is tight. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we've got heavyweight finals coming at you. We only have one match left here tonight, but we have a whole lot more wrestling matches coming up. Good ones, too. We got Senior World Championships coming up end of October. The All-Star Classic, November 16 and December 6 and 7. Settle in. We got Cliff Keen, Las Vegas, and Ironman. The top high school, college, international wrestling. You can watch it all live on FloWrestling, including this Super 32 heavyweight final that we got coming up for you right now.
That's right. A new face has entered the heavyweight game. Michael Mako.
The face that he's been destined for this. His dad was an NCAA champion for both Iowa and Oklahoma State. And here we go. Heavyweight action underway. The blue USA singlet, Michael Mako, red ankle band. He's taking on Dean Bechtold in the stellar trained black and gold and the green ankle band. As you mentioned, Mako, new to the heavyweight scene. He was ranked down at 215 pounds. Was a world champion this summer, U17 at 110 kilos, which is 220 and change.
He looks like a heavyweight, though.
He does. Still with room to grow. And there's a shot. Mako in deep. Bechtold, good pressure, and Bechtold looking for an over/under body lock. Mako backing out of bounds a little bit, and there's a stall warning against Mako. Good job by Bechtold, and that's one of the things in heavyweight wrestling that you'll see that maybe you don't at some of the lower weight classes, is that awareness of a big body lock position and take the guy off the mat. That's a stall call.
1 minute.
Mako was a finalist here a year ago. Mako in the 215 finals last year, lost to Anthony Harris, and now he wants to improve on that performance.
Yeah, he's getting a little tied up right now by the finger fight from Bechtold. There now, you see him picking up the motion. I think he should continue that. Don't get in this heavyweight slugfest.
Mako was an absolute barn burner with Jacob Levy in the semis. Bechtold's match was close too, but not quite as high scoring. Bechtold's going underneath to start the second period. No score after a minute. Excuse me, after 2 minutes, one period. Mako lets him go. 1-0, Bechtold leads.
Right hand inside. More down. Post. Post.
Mako digging inside, just clearing out. Right away, Bechtold getting back to that left-hand collar tie, though.
For a guy giving up a little size, Mako does a good job hanging in the middle on this hand fight. You can hear Michael Mako's dad, Steve, he wants multiple attacks. He wants Mako to hit that attack and then follow it up with another one. And now Bechtel get to that underhook, and he may try to walk Mako off the mat, get another stall call. Mako gets the single leg. Now he's going to come up.
That's smart, because remember, he has that stall call. Can't get hit again. He'll give up a point.
Shot Mako. He's in deep, and Bechtel is going to be aware of the edge of the mat, take the action out of bounds, and no score. Yeah, the clock wasn't running there for a little while. They're going to take a look and run a few seconds off, and let's say, how about 5?
Now, for Mako, do you go underneath in the third?
If he doesn't score here, I think he's going to have to. He did have some success getting out from bottom against Jacob Levy in the semis. And there's a shot, Mako in deep, and he cuts back. Bechtel with a full-on chest wrap.
2, 1.
That would have been points in freestyle, but nothing doing here. That was a tight chest wrap. See how hard Bechtel commits to this ride. You know, a lot of these guys that train under Marsteller, they don't concede positions. Mako grabbing out of that leg underneath of Bechtel, then just kind of stopping him from getting up. Now Bechtel putting the leg in. And this is a position where he can eat up a whole bunch of clock, and he's, you know, working for a turn, or at the minimum appearing like he's working for a turn. Now he's got 2 hands on the wrist.
Leg came out, slipped it right back in. Mako just holding base. Honestly, he might have to be careful about getting called for stalling eventually.
Yeah.
Just holding on to that right wrist too. Mako needs to either come forward, get that knee free, or sit the position.
And he's creating a ton of pressure down there, is Bechtel. 45 left now on the clock. Good job, Bechtel, casting the hips and pulling that crossface. Yeah, he's gonna get near fall. Oh, just a 1 count.
Now he's getting him.
Yep, 4 points coming. And he may as well just hang out here for another 26 seconds.
Yeah, Mako's got to do something. Now able to get back 10 seconds.
Man, once he got that leg in, the match was pretty much over.
Mako's got the name fame, but Bechtel, the better heavyweight today.
He got it done. Heavyweight champ, Dean Bechtel. Congrats to him, awesome stuff. And man, what a great day of wrestling, JD.
Yeah, long day, but a great day. It's crazy we had quarterfinals.
I know, quarters, semis, finals. This is one of the most, this period of hours is like, you know, has some of the most impact on the rankings of any period of time that exists. So incredible stuff. And we're gonna get a look at some of the action that happened throughout these finals from 106 all the way up to heavyweight here in just a minute. After we get another good look at Dean Bechtel's Super 32 belt. There he is,
hey,
fired up.
There's Coach Marsteller coming on out.
Man, Chance Marsteller, we're going to be watching a film about him in a little less than a month.
Yeah, good plug. One of, if not our best Flow film, I'll say it.
Yeah, it very well may be. And let's take a look at some of the action that we had at 106 pounds. There was the fall. Caleb Noble.
We're getting the celly, the backflip.
Oh,
hey,
yeah,
the side
incredible
flip.
stuff. Man, that was awesome. Look at him. He was pumped. Paul Kinney. Not Paul Kenny, what am I even thinking about, JD? What in the world? Freddie Bachman.
Okay.
Freddie Bachman getting it done. And there's Christian Castillo. Big mat return. Man, that was a clutch win for him. His second belt here at Super 32. Looked good doing it. 126. Anthony Knox taking out Aaron Seidel again. A 3-time champ, a 4-time finalist. And there's the celebration. That was one of your favorites.
Oh, yeah. Oh, me.
132. Another rematch. Jax Forrest getting his second Super 32 belt with a win over Seth Mendoza. 4 wins over Mendoza in a year is nuts. 4 out of 5. And at 138, good stuff. Mat return. And Sergio Vega, a near tech, utterly dominant over Dalton Perry. He looked great. Gets his belt after being second. And this was the moment of the finals. Bo Bassett with that overtime takedown over Daniel Zepeda. Incredible rivalry. Man, I would love to watch those guys wrestle 100 times. And at 150, Landon Robidoux, a tech in the Super 32 finals. You don't see that every day. 157 pounds. It was Will Denny. Man, how clutch. He gets a takedown over Wrath and then comes right back, gets another one. And the moment was his. Great job for the future North Carolina State wrestler. And at 165, this was one of the more fun matches of the entire tournament. Asher Cunningham, all scrambles, 2 reviews, crazy stuff. And he got it done. And look at this, Ty Ice, he pinned him in a tilt. Let's look at it one more time. There it is. 190 pounds coming up next. Look at Ty Ice. He's so proud of that pin him in a tilt. I would be too. 190 pounders. Great job from Carson Thomas. He was in control of that match throughout and just really looked great. And then at 215, we had another pin. Angelo Posada making it the 3rd pin of the finals. Super tight half. Fired up. Stanford's getting a good one there. And of course, our final match was heavyweight Dean Bechtold getting that leg in, and it was all over from there. Bechtold fired up. Awesome stuff. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. For JD Raider, I'm David Bray. We'll see you guys next time.